It's in the alcohol company's interest to make you think that stopping drinking is difficult so that you stay drinking. Okay, welcome back then, Tim Davies, and today I'm going to talk about alcohol or stopping drinking. I'm going to cover 3 things, and we're going to do it in 8 minutes, 30, maybe 9 minutes, because anything longer than 10 minutes no one watches. I'm going to cover 3 things. Why it's actually quite beneficial to stop drinking on the 1st of January. I did this year, and I'm 11 months and a bit clear. The second thing I'm going to talk about is like my own, what I did, my journey as a fighter pilot, as a fast jet pilot. So a guy that drank a lot whilst doing quite a professional job, I guess you could say. And the third thing then is the sort of fallacy around alcohol and the lies you're being told. And when you get to this third bit, and when you hear about the lies you're being told, guys, I think you'll realise that actually stopping drinking is difficult, it's hard, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Now, I'm not an anti-alcohol guy. My wife still drinks. I still go to the pub. I just don't drink. And I'm not that guy that's going to turn around and go, oh, life is so much better without alcohol. You see these things, don't you, on like social media where someone says, oh, I've had a whole week off from drinking. I feel so much better. It's like, the fuck you do. You didn't, we're not the same drinkers. If that's the case, I didn't start dreaming, like having actual dreams, until I'd stopped drinking for 11 months, maybe 10 and a half, 11 months. I dream every night now, some fucked up, weird, freaky shit. However, I never had dreams for 25, 30 years. Just didn't have dreams. Your neural pathways will reform and it will get better, but it will take time and it's not going to be great initially. So the first thing then, why 1st January is beneficial to stop. I struggled to stop for so long. I left the military back in 2018 and we went straight into, if you remember correctly, the whole George Floyd, COVID, diversity, LGBT plus time. That was I felt quite oppressive, and I still do. And I think it's a bit of a psyop to sort of poke the population, mid-level violence, to keep us on our toes, to keep us a bit divided. And I just carried on drinking when I left the military. I thought it would stop and it wouldn't stop. It didn't even get worse. Basically, I didn't have to fly jets in the morning, did I? So, I didn't have to stop drinking. I was a solo drinker. I never really went to the bar. I was a sit-at-home guy, and what I drank was lager. And we'll talk about that in a second. But 1st of January, when I stopped on the 1st of January, this January, just gone, obviously. I've been 11 months away. I tried to stop all through the year, weeks. I went no longer than about a week without a beer, and before that year I hadn't gone longer than 7 years without a day without alcohol. People don't understand it. You get loads of people that don't understand alcohol and they tell you that they do. They don't. People go, well, you must have had a night without alcohol over 7 years, Tim. No, I didn't. It's just a fact. Not at all did I ever have a night without alcohol. And people that drinking, hit the comments. You know what I'm talking about. You work out ways of getting it. You know where it is. So I sit in front of the computer, used to rage on Twitter quite a lot. Not proud, but used to slam the beers. Now I used to drink about 10 pints a night, which was 10 pints of lager, pretty strong lager, and that would have been 12 to 14 tins. So 12 to 14 tins of either the 440s, the 500s, the 560s. I'd drink the blues, the greens, the whites, which would be the Fosters, the Carlsberg. Stopped drinking that because it wasn't strong enough. And then the Carling, slam the Carlings. And then if I get pint tins, they're even better, right? And pint tins are normally discounted. No one really wants pint tins, so I used to drink a lot of those. And it works out, it's about 4, maybe 4.5 litres, maybe 5 litres of beer a night. People find that quite disgusting. It's like, now I look back on it, it pretty much is. But that's just what I was doing. And it made me happy. It made me happy. Obviously, in the time, it made me happy. And obviously, a lot of regret the next day. But I never used to get hangovers as such, like people talk about. And I was sober up in the morning very quickly. And maybe that was because of the lager I was drinking. Or maybe because I was flying fast jets and I needed to be sober. Sometimes I'd walk to work. I knew if I pushed through 12, maybe 14, if I went over 14 beers a night, I knew I'd fucked it. And that is a massive thing I don't have to deal with now. I knew if I went over 14 beers, you're either calling in sick, which I never used to do, or you're hoping you're not flying first thing, or you just need a few hours to square yourself away. You're definitely walking to work. 1st January then, so that's how I kind of drank. And 1st January, I always felt there was like a bunch of people trying to give up at the same time. And when I felt low, and when I, a couple of days in, a couple of weeks in, a couple of months in, I just felt there's other people out there doing the same thing. And maybe my strength, maybe my stopping helps them, and maybe them stopping helps me. Just felt a unification on the 1st of January. having stopped on the 1st January. And also you see things just on social, the odd little thing pop up where someone's gone, yeah, 5 weeks in, I'm going strong. You think, yeah, right on, mate. I'm doing that as well, and it's not easy. If anyone says stopping drinking's easy, it's not. It's not easy. It's definitely doable. And I mean, I've tried for a long time, and I'm all right now. And I would say I won't drink again. But I know I'm a fucking idiot, so I probably will drink again. But not for the next few years. Maybe when I'm old, you know, maybe when I'm in my 70s, I'll go and get myself smashed up. But to be fair, I was never a pub guy. I was in a pub 2 nights ago. I was never comfortable drinking in pubs. Wasting tape here. That's 1st January. That's a little bit about my background and what I drank. And hit the comments and let me know what you drank, or if you've got any plans, because I might be able to help you out with some tips. And then the last thing I want to talk about really is why you're being lied to about alcohol. And it's in the government's interest to lie to you. This is why it hasn't banned advertising. And I see advertising, I still get a little bit triggered, whatever word we're using now, about alcohol if I see that. And of course, I used to smoke a lot. I stopped 15 years ago, and I don't see that around anymore because you banned smoking, advertising. So I don't get triggered by that. I don't think I must have a cigarette. But with alcohol, I do still think that sometimes. And we're great to have a pint in the summer, that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? But I won't do it because life is better. It's not super fucking better. I'm not going to sit here and go, it's amazing. The truth is, the language around stopping drinking has been designed to stop you stopping drinking. The language has been designed to keep you drinking. So you'll be told, you know, language like, oh, you quit alcohol, like you fucking done something right. You couldn't deal with alcohol. You had to quit alcohol. That's the whole problem with the language. It's designed to make you feel worse. You quit alcohol. I didn't quit fucking anything, mate. I just gained the life I never had. That's what I did. So I didn't quit anything. I'm fucking stronger now 10 times than I ever did when I was drinking. But you know, the language is there, right? And the government wants you to think you must go to Alcoholics Anonymous. You know, stopping alcohol is a really difficult thing. That's what it wants to tell you. It's in the alcohol company's interest to make you think that stopping drinking is difficult so that you stay drinking. That's what it wants you to do. It wants you to do that. I remember I was out in South Africa once, and I remember I was smoking, and there was an executive there from Philip Morris who make Marlboro. And I was smoking. And he said, "Oh, it's good, mate. It's good. Are you smoking, are you?" He didn't smoke. He goes, "I work for Philip Morris." I said, "Oh, right, okay." He goes, "Yeah, it's good to see people using our product, actually. Yeah, it's difficult to get people to smoke nowadays." And I realised I was a fucking idiot. Because there's that guy getting paid big money as an executive, Philip Morris, and I'm smoking his fucking product. The government wants you to die before you're 65. The government doesn't want to pay you pension. My dad died at 64, and his police pension, my mum only got a little bit of it, unfortunately. But if he'd lived till 65, she would have got a lot more. He died alcoholism. He died emphysema from tobacco and asbestosis when he was in the Navy. The Navy never would admit to that. The ministry would never admit to that. But so yeah, so there's that stuff. It wants you to have a shorter life. I mean, don't, you know, we'll do something on ultra processed food soon, but have a look at ultra processed foods as well, and what's in your food and how that's causing you issues. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to leave this tape now before 9 minutes, else you won't watch it. Look, 1st of January is a good time to give up. I'm just telling you. I know it's cliched as fuck, but it's cliched for a reason, because it fucking works, because there's a whole world of you doing it together. Fucking do it together, mate. Just do it together. Give up at the same fucking time. Recognise there's some fucking woman in Argentina who's also struggling with it, whilst you're struggling with it in, I don't know, Boulder, Colorado, wherever you live. Look, you know, in Birmingham, someone you're sitting there fucking hating it, but there's someone else in the south of France feeling exactly the same thing as you. It's a powerful community of people that are giving up. People don't talk about it because they don't want to embarrass themselves. I'm not fucking embarrassed, mate. I mean, you can't be embarrassed about something where literally it's designed to keep you addicted. Like, it is absolutely designed to keep you addicted to it, and we take it in. And also, people that drink, by the way, I'll let you know this right now because I'm a generous man, there's some weird gene going on where we seem to process alcohol a lot faster than other people. I never got really drunk, and I couldn't drink fast enough. I sometimes drank myself sober. If you're drinking, you might know what that means. If you're not a drinker, maybe you're a social drinker, you won't know what that means. I couldn't drink fast enough to get drunk. I was just sober up. I was very quick at getting sober, and in the morning I'd wake up sober. It seems to be a gene that processes it a lot quicker, and because it processes a lot quicker, you start to drink stronger alcohol, and you start to drink more of it, and that's what gets you addicted to it, because you're drinking more and drinking stronger alcohol. Guys, I'm going to leave this here. Oh, it's 10 minutes. No one's going to watch this because it's 10 minutes. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking about it. I would just say drink over Christmas. Fuck it, right? Have a great time. But when you drink over Christmas, maybe just think about, how am I feeling? Do I feel regret in the morning? Just load yourself up for the 1st of January and just fucking do it, mate. Look, I go out and do burpees in the rain in car parks and shit now when I feel like drinking. People laugh at me. I don't care. I'm 49 years old. I'm 220 pounds. I'm a big dude. Yeah, fine, whatever. I quit drinking, so I'm fucking glad I did, mate. It was killing me. It was absolutely killing me. I wouldn't be here now, probably. I had so much pain. In the lower right side, I had so much pain. Couldn't sleep on that side, really, to be fair, at the end before I stopped. And there's a lot that gets better very quickly. It is, I'm not that guy that goes, alcohol's a poison. It fucking is a poison. There's no two ways about it. And I loved drinking. I really did. And I loved everything about it. Life changes. Your life changes, mate. You got to grow up at some point. We've got to mature. We've got to help other people. So if you do manage to do it, just maybe help someone else. And I'm just letting you know that there's a fucking old crusty fighter pilot here who doesn't drink anymore, and it's all right. It's not like fucking roses, unicorns, but it's all right. You can do it. It's all right. Life is much, much better. I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't lie to you. Life is better without alcohol. That's the truth. It just won't feel like it initially, mate. I've got tea on. I'm going to get that on now anyway. Hit the comments, guys. I appreciate your support, because if these videos don't get traction, I'll make them, do I? Because there's no point. Talk soon, guys.